I don't know why this does this, but yeah, how to actually cold call in 2025 and how to actually make it work in 2025. Okay, these are the kind of payments I'm going to teach you how to get inside of this video from cold calling. Okay, so first of all, why should you listen to me? I run a $30,000 a month AI agency. Okay, unlike most of these online gurus out there who just claim to run an agency, I coach multiple people to do the same thing. I'm connected with a network of agency owners, all hitting consistent of $20,000 to $30,000 a month. Okay, and what you will, what I'm about to teach you, and what you learn is not theory. It's not something that I just came up with. It is actually tested by me and other successful agency owners. So here's what we'll learn, what I'll cover in this video. I'll show you what cold outreach is, not old outreach. This, now you can see that I didn't write this with ChatGPT, at least, you know, it's mistakes in here. But what you learn is, you learn what cold outreach is. You learn what most people do wrong when it comes to cold outreach. You learn how to make an offer business owners actually want and feels dumb saying no to. I'll show you how to scrape leads, which is basically people to contact. I'll show you how to set up a dialer that you can call with. I'll show you how to track to win, right? Because tracking is essential, and I'm gonna get into that. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys how and why. I'm gonna give you guys my winning cold calling script that I've generated me and my students and other people a fuck ton of money. I'll show you a live video of me actually cold calling using the script. I'll show you how to send demos and how to lead with value. I'll show you how to follow up. I'll show you how to handle the most common objections that you get on cold calling. I'll show you how to scale your cold calling. I'll show you how to outsource it. I'll give you some bonus tips. I'll also cover a little bit of mindset, and I'll also show you, and I'll also tell you why this is the last chance to succeed with cold calling. So we'll cover all of this shit in this video, and this isn't gonna be like a, you know, edited video and I'm gonna put music behind and fucking 360 no scope and all of those effects. This is gonna be purely educational, okay? So if you don't have the attention span to keep watching, just fuck off, bro, because this is not for you, and you're not gonna become something in life because you can't even focus on a video. Okay, let's begin. And by the way, take notes, because this shit, what I give out here, is worth thousands and thousands of, tens of hundreds of thousands of dollars, and it can generate you hundreds of thousands of dollars. Okay, so let's begin. What is cold outreach? Cold outreach is very simple. It is when you reach out to a business trying to sell them something, right? And you can do that through calling them. You can do that through walking into a business. You can do that through sending them an email. You can do that through social media such as LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, DMs, right? Can't think of any other else that people use. But the goal is the same, and the goal is simple with everything. It is to get them interested, okay? And once they're interested, have them book a call. And once they book a call, close them on that call, make money, give them the AI, okay? Simple as that. That's what cold outreach is. Now, here's what most people do wrong and what most people believe, right? Most people believe that cold outreach doesn't work, okay? Cold outreach works, but most people do it completely wrong. They use the wrong channels, the wrong message, contact the wrong leads, and have the wrong mindset, okay? This is a 99% mindset game, okay? There we go. So I'm gonna like mark this, because this is mindset is very important when it comes to, like, as cliche as this sounds, and you probably don't want to hear about mindset because you think you got it. Well, if you had it, you would be making money right now doing cold calling, okay? So if you're not, then kindly shut the fuck up and listen to someone who actually are doing it, okay? So mindset is very important. Now, they do it completely wrong, and then they get no results, and they start crying about how it's a scam. AI doesn't work. AI agency doesn't work. I saturated. They start coming, bro. I have like 42,000 followers on Instagram. By the way, go and follow me on Instagram. The link is down below. Ask me any questions in the DM. But I have seen people literally make the most stupid, low IQ excuses there ever is. They're like, it's so many excuses, and it all comes from the mindset, okay? And basically just being a pussy, right? But this isn't a scam. This works. It's just that 99% of people are soft and not thinking enough and don't do it correctly, okay? And that's what I'm going to teach you in this video. Now start taking notes, because now shit is about to go down. Number one, offer clarity. Before you make a single call, you need to be clear on your offer, and your offer needs to speak to your to the people that you're contacting, and the people that basically your ideal client profile, right? Ideal client profile, for those of you who don't know what it means, basically it just means like the ideal profile of the client that you want to have. For example, a business owner who's 40 years old, struggling to pick up all the calls, has money, whatever, right? So you need to understand, like you need to make an offer that they can understand with literally in like 10 seconds, right? If you haven't, you're already lost. And here's the formula to create it, right? Very simple. This is from Alex Ramosi. We help niche get a result without pain using mechanism. I'm gonna call this unique mechanism. Okay, so example is we help the niche's local businesses, right? We help, let me actually mark this so you guys know exactly what it is. We help local businesses. Sorry, my ADHD, I need to mark all of this yellow. We help local businesses get, sorry about that. We help local businesses 2 extra appointments, which is the result. 2 extra appointments, okay? This is the result. Without the pain, which is hiring more staff, right? This is a pain that business owner have, or increasing ad spend, okay? So there we go. I'm gonna do this green. Fuck. So there we go. We help local businesses. This kind of looks like McDonald's, I'm not gonna lie, yellow and red. I need to stop fucking around. We help local businesses 2 extra appointments without hiring more staff or increasing ad spend using AI receptionists. Okay, now I wouldn't call this AI receptionist, to be honest. I would call this like something like AI growth system, or AI growth system, or even 2x AI appointments, whatever, right? Come up with a unique name. Basically, the goal is to make it sound unique, because here's the thing. Business owners are slowly starting to get used to the word AI receptionist, because more and more people, bro, I look buff. I look big as shit. I've been going to the gym. I'm currently 100 kilos. Okay, that's the last thing. I'm gonna stop fucking around, okay? But yeah, business owners are slowly starting to, get tired, not tired, but they're getting used to hearing AI receptionist, right? And if they have said no once, and if they hear that one, if they hear AI receptionist again, boom, they're gonna automatically label it as, no, I don't need it, right? So it's best that you have some kind of name to it. For example, my name is, I'm thinking of changing it now because I use it a lot. Mine is like 2x appointments, AI system, AI growth system, right? So have your unique name, right? Make it sound unique. Even though you're just selling AI receptionist, make it sound unique, okay? So you do that by having some kind of unique name, okay? So I'm gonna mark this, whatever color, purple, okay? So niche is local businesses, result is 2x appointments, pain is, without hiring more staff and increasing ad spend, using unique mechanism is AI growth system, or 2x AI appointments. You can chat GPT, just tell it to give you a name for your unique mechanism, okay? Once your offer is clear and simple, everything else becomes easier. It has become so easier to actually pitch it to them, because you know what you do, they know what you do, and it's so easy, okay? Now, once you have your offer, now you need to actually scrape leads. Scraping leads means you need to find businesses that you can contact. Very simple, okay? And also they need to fit your offer. Now you need to set some criteria before actually scraping, okay? So for example, here is what I use. Local service business. I'm giving away everything for fucking free. I'm giving them what I use. That's crazy. You should be taking notes, okay? This shit I should charge a lot of money for this. But set criteria before scraping. Local service businesses, for example, that have phone-based bookings, right? They have at least $300,000 in revenue every single year, sorry. They have a staff of 3 to 20. I would actually change this to 0 to maximum 5 people, okay? They have an active Google profile with visible phone number, and they have an Instagram or Facebook presence, okay? Now, this is what you want. All right. So this is the kind of business owners you're looking for. Now there are a lot of tools to find leads. Okay. Me personally, I use clay.com. So clay.com basically scrape and validate phone numbers and emails. But the thing with clay.com is, I don't know about others. I use personally clay.com, but the thing about clay.com is that you can find the number of the business owners directly, right? So usually when you cold call, you come to a receptionist, right? And they're the gatekeeper. It's kind of hard to get past them. But if you're using clay.com, you can find the number of the business owners by you putting in their LinkedIn. So it basically does it for you. You know, it finds business owners. You can set all of these criterias, right? And once it does that, you can find the LinkedIn of the business owner who owns, let's say, HRKI Solutions is my business, right? HRKI Solutions, it'll find my LinkedIn and it will actually find my phone number and everything through there so you can call directly to them. Now, there are a lot of others as well. Apollo AI, Instantly, LeadRocks, you know, you can even use Google Maps, plus like there's an extension called Phantom Buster, right? It basically goes through websites and just scrapes the contact info. It is probably not the business owner's number, but it's just the number of the business. So you call the reception. But at the same time, if you're calling someone who has 0 to 5 staff, it is not too hard to get past the reception. And also sometimes you may, even the owner may pick up, right? So yeah, Signal Hire, you know, Yelp, Bark, Clutch, Facebook pages. You can even use Upwork, right? So I can put it inside here. Upwork, a freelancing platform, and then you just go on there, tell whatever person, you know, you hire, you post a job post, say just need B2B leads, and then you write like phone number, business name, etc., 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 right? So you can do that. There's a lot of ways to find leads, but basically if we need leads, we need to scrape leads so we actually have someone to call. Okay, and then what you want is the business name, the owner name, the phone number, the website, plus niche and location. Okay, you don't have to have the owner name. This is kind of like, I'm gonna put it as optional, but recommended. Right now, this is how you actually scrape leads, and you need these things. Okay. Now the next thing is you need to start calling these leads, right? So we need a dialer. So for the dialer, first of all, never call from your personal number. You'll get flagged or you'll get banned, and your carrier will make sure that you cannot buy new phone number. So you're kind of fucked up. And again, never call from your personal number. Use a multi-line or cloud-based dialer for speed and also for tracking. Okay. Basically, here are some options. Wiki, I think it's written with 2 E's, like this. I'm not sure. Wiki is basically cheap, and it gives you US numbers. I think it is the cheapest one out there, but it's not that professional. You can't like track calls and shit like that. It's just dialer, you just dial, right? You have to track them and basically record them and all of that on your own. That's the first one. Cloud Talk or Just Call or Air Call. It is for like if you want to like do or even, which one is the last one? There was one more. Crisp Call. Yeah, Crisp Call. And this is for like if you want to have multiple VAs, you know, if you want to record your calls, if you want to sync to your CRM, right? Now, last thing we have is Go High Level. So if you buy a Go High Level plan, basically Go High Level is great, right? It has all the CRMs. You can build landing pages, pipelines, everything inside of there, right? And I think you can track, and you can listen back to the calls. I'm not sure. I think you can, right? But you can also set up automations, right? So if, for example, you call someone, they don't pick up, you can automatically send them a voice memo and shit like that. Go High Level is great because it's built in with automations. But basically, here's what I would do. If I were calling myself, you know, by myself, I would use Wiki because it's cheap. And if I were to hire, right now I have VAs, so I'm using Crisp Call. I would use any of these: Crisp Call, Air Call, Cloud Talk. They're basically the same. All of them are good for Teams recordings and CRM syncs. And then I just moved from Go High Level actually. Go High Level is good, but the thing is it's a little bit hard with, or my call callers, the VAs, all of them I spoke to, they all preferred Crisp Call. So I don't know. It's better for them. I'll just use that, right? But Go High Level is great. I used to do that. I still have Go High Level. I use it for myself sometimes, right? But yeah. Now, here is a bonus tip. When you're buying a number, if you're going to call to, let's say, businesses in Chicago, right? The best thing is to use a local area code when calling to specific cities. So find out the area code of Chicago, New York, wherever you're calling. It will increase the pickup rate. Okay, that's one thing you should do. Now you don't have to buy a new number for every like city you call, but it will. If you can, it will increase your chances, right? And basically, to call like to buy a number, it's not that expensive. I think it's $1.50, maybe sometimes even one. I know Chris called when you sign up, you get a free number, a US number. So yeah, that's the dialer setup. Set up your dialer so I can actually start calling. And then we need a tracking system. And tracking is very, 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 very important, guys. Okay, tracking is the most important part of business. Okay, if you're not tracking, you are dying. I swear, you are dying. Okay, if you can take one thing away from this video, that is tracking. Okay, most people just hope that it'll work. They'll just do some random shit and just hope that it works and pray that it works, right? Now let me ask you a question. If you had a family, right, and you had kids and everything, right, you wouldn't feel comfortable feeding them, right? As a man, you should take care of your family. If you're not, I don't know what the fuck you're doing, right? But if you were responsible for taking care of your family, would you be happy and comfortable if they were being fed and you were taking care of them, but it was all based on luck? No, you wouldn't, right? You wouldn't feed your family on luck. You would have a sustainable way. You would be basically, what is the word? You would be stable before you actually start feeding them and taking responsibility for them, right? So for your business, you need to stop making it run on luck and making it run on real numbers and actually stable numbers and actually real data, right? So that's how your business will actually survive. Okay, so what you need to do to track, I have 4 cold callers making 150 cold calls a day, which is like 600 cold calls a day, and we are like just using Google Sheets, right? And this is exactly what we're tracking. We're tracking calls made, yes or no, right? So there's lead, call made, yes or no, yes, it's made. Did it pick up, yes or no? Hung up, yes or no? Interested, yes or no? Demo booked, yes or no? Follow up, yes or no? Sales call booked, yes or no? And some kind of notes, right? For example, and in notes, I told my cold callers to always write some kind of note, especially in the people that didn't buy, right? Or people that didn't, that weren't interested, or they hung up or whatever, right? Because then I know that, okay, for example, at the 10th second, they hung up, or at the 15th second, they hung up, or at the 20th second, they hung up, or they hung up right after hearing the demo, or they liked the part of demo, or they, whatever, right? That way, when I'm tracking, right, and I'm actually failing, let's say people don't want the demo or whatever, that failure turns into data, right? And data shows you where to fix things, right? For example, let me give you an example. If 70% of the calls we were making never even reach the pitch, I'm going to show you the pitch, right? I'm going to show you the script, but never even reaches the point where I get to pitch the demo, right? That means my script sucks, right? Let's say the first 10 seconds I'm supposed to pitch a demo and people don't even want to hear it because I don't even reach there. That means my first 10 seconds suck, right? And the only way to know that is by tracking. So calls made, picked up, hung up. So people, like I'll know it here. If there is a lot of no's on yeses on hung up and a lot of no's on interested, I'll know, boom. And there's also like on notes to writing down, okay, people don't even want to hear the demo, didn't want to hear the demo, didn't want to hear the demo. And I'm seeing the same pattern over and over again. I know exactly where I need to fix it, right? So in this case, the first 10 seconds suck. That means boom, change the opener, fix the opener, try something else with the opener, right? Simple as that. If I'm not tracking, I would never know that. I'll just keep trying over and over and over and over and over again, right? But since I'm tracking, I know exactly where I'm fucking up. So my opener is fucked. Let me fix my opener, right? Or for example, vice versa. If 50% of people say yes to the demos, then I know that is working. Then let me double down on that. Let me try and even get to the demo even faster. Let me try and offer something besides the demo. Let me try and just skip everything and just go straight to the demo. Because now I know that demo is working. The only way I know is because when I look at this thing, there is a lot of yeses on the demo. How do I know that? Because I'm tracking, right? So you see guys, like if you are not tracking, you are literally dying. You don't know what you're doing correct. You don't know what you're doing wrong. And how the fuck could you grow with that? You will never grow with that. Maybe it'll work for you for a couple of weeks, but then when it stops working, what are you going to do then? You have no data to fall back on. You have nothing. You don't even know what's working. You don't even know how to do. Like you don't know shit. You're just running on pure luck, and that way you won't last in business. You'll be broken in a year or two, or even a couple of months, and you'll probably never make money, right? So it's very important to track, and also every no that you get is positive. It's so good. It's a feedback, right? It's one step closer to a better system because every no you get and you're tracking it and you see, okay, people are not interested, people are not interested, people are not interested, or people hang up, people hang up, people hang up, or people, they don't book the demo, whatever. Every no, you're like, okay, I can see all these no's, right? Or for example, this right here, this is a no, right? 70% of calls never reach the demo. Okay. Instead of sitting there and crying, be like, oh, bro, this doesn't work, man. Oh, I'm gonna cry, bro. Oh, my pussy hurts, whatever, right? Instead of being a crybaby, if you're tracking and you got your emotions out of it, you know exactly where to fix your script. And you fix that, you try something else, you track again, you see if it's working. Yes, it's working. Cool. Double down on that. If it's not working, cool. Change it again, right? This way you can never fail. If you're tracking, you can never fucking fail because you always know what you're doing and you can always keep trying new things. So simple as that. You need to track. If you're like tracking is, I would even say fucking tracking is more important than anything in your business. It is the most important thing. So if you can take one thing away from this video, take away this tracking. Okay. Next thing is the cold calling script. Now, before you actually call them, what do you say? When you call them, what do you say? Let me get some water, please. So this script is exactly the script that I give to my students, that I've been using for some time, that I've been working, that my VAs use. Okay. Now the goal is to stay short, lead with value, and actually book a demo. Okay. This should never sound like a typical cold calling script. Like, keep it conversational, okay? Don't call and say, hey, bro, this is a cold calling, this is a cold call. Can I pitch you something? I've seen it so many times on Instagram. Why the fuck would someone want to listen to that, right? So basically, you're going to call them and you're going to introduce yourself. Hey, this is Haroon from HRKI Solutions, or just say, this is Haroon. Don't even say I'm from HRKI Solutions. Don't even say that. Hey, this is Haroon. My name's your name. What the fuck? When did I write this? Hey, is this? Oh, my bad. I'm So basically, you're not saying your name here. You're just saying, let's say you're calling the business owner, business's name, Jack's Barber, and the owner's name is Jack. Hey, is this Jack from Jack Barbers? They say yes. Well, my name is Haroon. Jack, I tried reaching out a couple of days ago, but I couldn't get through, so I figured out how to reach out directly. Do you guys usually miss calls or pick up too late? If they ask you how you got their number, just say, I just found it online, man. It's on Google. Tried calling a couple of days ago. No one picked up. And then step 2 is get permission. If they say, yes, we miss calls, got it. So, or actually, you know what? Instead of saying you guys miss calls, because they obviously do, right? I noticed that you guys miss calls because I called a couple of days ago, no one picked up, right? And they're probably missing calls, right? Because every business is missing calls in 2025 because they don't have AI, right? But yeah, you say that. If they say yes, tell them like, and that's why I'm calling. I help barbers fix this exact issue using an AI receptionist, or you can say AI appointment system, AI quote system, whatever. Have you heard of those before? Yes, no, whatever. Okay. Do you mind if I give you a 15-second rundown on how it works and how you can save your time? Sorry. How it works, how it can, what the fuck, I can't even write. How it can 2x or double your appointments, save you time. These two things, and then if they say they're busy, just say no worries, I can just send a 30-second demo if that is easier. Is that cool? If they say no, we don't miss calls, just say good to hear, just curious, have you heard of AI receptionists before? Yes, no, mind if I give you a 15-second rundown anyway. Then when you get to step 3, it's like very simple. Then you're gonna explain what it is actually. Very simple. We set up AI receptionists for barbers like yours, so you never miss a lead again. It answers every call instantly, talks like a real person, handles questions, and books appointments directly into your calendar. Works 24/7, never calls in sick, and costs way less than a human. So, for example, what I would add into this is, if this is a barber, I would say, so Jack, anytime you're, what do you call it, clipping here or whatever, you're doing your barber shit, you're, I wouldn't say that, but every time you're busy with a client or a customer, this will pick up the phone for you and book in appointments for you instead of you having to stop, go ahead, pick up the phone, talk on the phone, book them in manually, right? This will save you a lot of time, make your life easier, make you more money, give you more appointments. Boom. And Jack, by the way, I actually built you a 30-second demo for your type of business, for your barber, so you can see how it works. Can I text it to you or do you want it on email? Don't ask them, can I text it to you? Just don't say that. Ask them, can I text it to you on email or do you want to know your phone number? Let me actually change this. Can I text it to this number or do you want it on email? And then get their contact info. If you already have the number, boom, you have it. If not, if they give you your email, just say like, okay, perfect. I'll send it now with a link to book a call if it looks interesting. Boom. Now, the goal isn't to sell on the phone, okay? You're just planting curiosity and offering value first, okay? What most people do wrong is that they literally call and, instead of having a conversation, whatever, instead of actually saying that I called a couple of days ago and actually addressing the problem, they're like, hey, do you know what AI is? Do you guys miss calls? They say yes, no. Most of them say no because they know it's a fucking pitch, right? They just say, AI, it saves you time. They say basically this. We set up AI receptionists for barbers like yours, never miss it again, blah, 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 blah. Let's hop on a call. They'll skip the offer demo part. This is super, super important. Let me actually write it like this. It's super important because this is value. And we always lead with value first, because the thing is, why would a business owner who's busy, stressed, fucking don't even have time for his own family, jump on a 45-minute sales call with a stranger? Would you do that if you were in their shoes? You wouldn't do that, right? So they won't either. So that's why we give value first, which is the demo. And once they see it, then you book the real call, because they are a lot more warmer. They know what the call is about. They know what the product is about. They know the benefits of it. They tried it. It's personalized for them. And it's not just a cold call like everyone else is doing to try and sell them something. Okay? And here's a video of me. Fuck, I can't even open it. Oh shit, I don't think you guys can see my screen. I try to reach. Anyways, you can hear it, but I don't know if you can see it. See, look at this. Reaching out a couple of days ago, but I couldn't get through. Do you guys usually miss calls or pick up too late?
Yeah, we're very busy, so sometimes we pick up the call, sometimes we can't.
Okay, got you, Jordan. And that's the reason for my call today as well. I help car dealerships just like yours fix that exact issue using AI receptionists. Have you heard about those AI receptionists before, Jordan?
No, I haven't heard about AI receptionists.
Okay, do you mind if I give you a 15-second explanation of how we can help you never miss a call and a lead again?
Yeah, alright, go ahead.
So very simple, Jordan. We set up AI receptionists for car dealerships just like yours, so you guys never miss a call again, because we know how we can get busy, and we both know that a lead A call missed is a lead missed, and lead missed is revenue missed, right? So what it basically does is it answers all your calls right away, speaks to your leads like a real person, has the ability to answer any questions that they may have, and also it can book test drives straight into your calendar without you lifting a finger. And also, Jordan, I set up a 30-second demo for your business to see exactly how it works, and I can text it to you real quick if you don't mind.
You can use this follow-up just message me.
Perfect, Jordan. So I'll send it now with a link to. Boom. I hope you guys could see it. If not, you guys probably you already heard it. But yeah, that's how you do it. You can go to my Instagram and scroll down until you find this reel right here, and watch it if you want. But yeah, once you've done that, we have follow-ups. Okay, most people, even if you send the demo, they'll probably not watch it, and if they even watch it, they'll forget to answer, or if they won't answer for some kind of reason, whatever. That is when you need to follow up. Okay, the money is in the follow-ups. Most people never follow up, and that's the reason they stay broke. Okay, they think like, yeah, if I follow up, I'm bothering them and shit like that. Bro, if someone doesn't reply after the demo, call again the next day. First thing you're gonna do is call them. Call them. You already have the number. Call them. Ask them like, hey, did you see the demo? You know, yeah, what do you think about it? Let's hop on a call. Let me show you how you can. You know, you guys are busy. You're so busy, you couldn't even get back to me. So this AI receptionist will definitely help you, right? If they don't pick up, send a reminder text. You know, follow up 4 to 5 times in the next 2 to 5 days. So 1 follow-up, 2 follow-ups every single day until the next 2 to 5 days after sending the demo, right? Because sometimes they forget, sometimes they're busy, sometimes they don't just answer, sometimes they need a little follow-up, right? And the money is in the follow-up. So always follow up. Objection handling. This is what you will get hit with if you cold call and people will have objections. Because the thing is, AI is still new. People are skeptical, especially local business owners who are boomers. Basically, boomers are the generation who's like 40, 50, 60, right? And most local business owners are boomers, and they're not too updated on this shit. Like a plumber, for example, he's not too updated on AI and all of that shit, so he's probably skeptical, right? So here's how to handle them. If someone says we already have a receptionist, say totally, I agree. No, sorry, I understand. This actually works with her or whoever him. It works with the receptionist. It picks up when she's busy or off duty, so no leads slip through. Okay. Or if someone says we're not interested, just say no worries, just curious. Are you fully booked or just not focused on growth right now? How much does it cost? Yeah, well, depends on your setup. Usually cheaper than one missed client. I'd rather show you first so you can decide if it's relevant or not. And then you send the demo. Send me the info. Sometimes just say, yeah, just send me an email, send me an info, send me this, send me that, right? Just send it to me. Just to get away. Then you're like, okay, sure. I'll send you a 30-second demo, but to make sure it's relevant, what kind of bookings matter most for you right now? So basically, what you're doing now is instead of just saying, okay, I'll send it to you, you just like, okay, cool, I'll send it to you, and then you ask a question to actually keep the conversation running, right? And then a lot of people ask like, yeah, is it a kind of chatbot? Like, no, it's voice-based, sounds human, books appointments directly, and answers questions in real time on your phone while you're speaking on the phone. That's most kind of objections that you get. Next, we have scaling, okay? Once you have done it yourself and know the objections and, you know, improve the script and everything, then you scale. So phase 1 is you make the calls yourself, you record them, you learn the objections, you improve the script, you improve your numbers, right? Then phase 2 is you hire 1 to 2 setters, which is commission only, right? And I call this the commission-based army method, basically. So cold outreach is all about volume, okay? It is all about volume. The more you do, the more calls, the more cash, okay? Like the guy doing 500 cold calls a day always beat the guy doing 100 cold calls a day. Cold calling is a purely volume-based game, okay? It is literally that. Now, also hearing 500 no's every single day is brutal, right? So it is kind of hard if you're going to do 500 cold calls yourself every single day because you don't have time. And you're not an employee in your own business. You are a business owner, meaning you should have people doing it for you. And so basically what you do is you build a team, right? And also what you do is you pay 7.5 to 10% commission per closed deal or per booked call, right? You give them a script plus the tracker you use. You train them with your best recordings. You give them the best recordings that you have done for yourself. You tell them, okay, do it like this. Notice what works here. Notice what didn't work here, right? Or you use like a Y key or whatever dialer for them to dial, right? Then phase 3 is call manager, right? Basically, you review 5 to 10. Tell them to record some calls, and you basically review 5 to 10 random calls every single week, and you tell them where to improve and etc. You track metrics. You run quick daily check-ins, right? So every single day, I have mine, which is like every second day. You know, I speak with my team for 15 minutes, and then once a week we have like a full 1 hour meeting where we discuss everything, right? And also, basically, you're gonna give them KPIs they can follow. KPIs is like key performance indicators. So basically, they need to do this exact number every single day. So 100 to 120 cold calls each VA every single day. Actually, I'm going to change this to 100 to 150 cold calls per VA. They should aim for 25 to 40% answer rate, 6 to 10 people interested a day, and then 1 to 3 demos a day. Actually, let me change this to 2 to 5 demos every single day. Okay, these are the KPIs you should give them once you're hiring sellers for yourself. Now, next thing is some advanced tips. Okay, every time you buy a number, make sure it's relevant to the city that you target. Okay, review metrics weekly to find bottlenecks. This is so fucking important. Like I want to write it on. I don't know why I'm becoming so passionate about this, but you need to track. You need to track. If you're not tracking, stop fucking doing business. Stop it. Go work a 9 to 5. You need to track. Tracking is the most important. I already explained why. Okay. Keep tweaking scripts. Keep tweaking scripts based on real data. If data is telling you opener is shit, tweak the opener. Data is telling you people are interested in the demo, tweak that. Tweak everything according to the data, okay? And also never stop testing. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is mindset. So yeah, basically, mindset is the most important thing of this whole game. And this is where 99% of people fail. Okay, not because of the systems, because they're soft. They're fucking pussies, okay? Here's the thing. You will get rejected. You will have bad days where no one is picking up. You're having shit leads. You know, everyone is saying no, right? You will doubt yourself, and this is completely normal. Everyone telling you that, oh, bro, you're a lion, bro. Andrew Tate, bro. 360 fucking no scope. You shouldn't even, doubt yourself and have bad days. Mindset, bro. My iron mindset. No, it will happen. It will happen. You'll have bad days. Even me, bro. I have 30% of my days. I doubt myself. I get rejected. I have bad days, right? And it's completely normal. But the thing is, how you react decides whether you make it or not. And again, you need to understand that rejection is data, right? Every no is just feedback to your system. Fix it, test it again, and then repeat the shit forever until you get better and better and better and better and better. And this way you can never fucking fail. How the fuck will you fail like this if you just keep using your data, unlike everyone else who gets rejected, they start crying about it, right? What you do is you basically keep testing over and over again using the data you have, right? And you'll never run out of business like this, right? And also you need to understand that emotion is a distraction. Most people fail because they can't control emotions. They want comfort, they whine when it's hard, and if you can control emotions, you will win this game, because this is a purely emotion-based game, right? It's like, who can take the most no's and still not get emotional about it and start crying about it and use those no's to actually improve their script and their system. That's what it's all about. As soon as you start crying about it, boom, you're finished. You're out of the game. So do never ever mix emotions into this. Because as soon as you do that, instead of using all the no's you're getting as data to improve, you use all the no's to give yourself an excuse to quit. And then that's finished. You're done. Sit on the fucking sidelines and watch us win. And yeah, that's it. And then one last thing I want to talk about when it comes to outbound or cold calling in 2025 and beyond is that agencies relying on outbound will die in 1 to 3 years. It will not die, but it will just get so fucking hard. You'll be competing with Indians doing it for $1 for fucking free, right? Right now the thing is AI is new. It's high demand, it's low competition, so cold calling works. Okay, their businesses don't get a lot of cold calls, people trying to sell them, especially AI receptionists, right? So it works. But in a year, everyone will do it. When I started, it was easy. I can see it day by day. It's getting harder and harder. It's not hard. It's not fucking saturated. I don't want any pussy to be like, oh, bro, I was thinking about starting, I was thinking about starting AI reception business, but this guy said it's saturated. Oh, I'm gonna go cry and finger my pussy again. No, I didn't say that. It's not saturated, but it will be soon. You're still early. You can still do this, okay? And you're still very, very, very early. And it won't be saturated within the next 10 years even. But cold calling will, right? You don't change the plan, basically, change the strategy, right? But in a year, everyone will do it. You'll compete on price, right? It'll be like, who can do it the cheapest? And you'll have the fucking Indians doing it for $100. Can't compete with them, right? And business owners will be numb to the word AI and basically numb to being cold called with AI, right? They'll get pitched 10 times a day. So yes, do outbound, make money, quick money from it, learn sales and all of that, but at the same time, start building inbound assets, okay? So when outbound slows down, clients are coming to you automatically through inbound. And that is done through personal branding and Instagram, as I'm doing, right? Last week, I made $10,000 from getting 8 demos from my Instagram. 5 of them booked a call, 3 of them were closed, made $10,000. $10,086 to be precise. And I never reached out to them. I never contacted them. I never did any of that shit. They came to me. And they were, look at the fucking rate. 8 demos booked. 5 of them hopped on a call. That's crazy. That's like 62% of the people that applied for a demo hopped on a call. And then 3 of them were closed. That's like 60% of the people that hopped on a call were closed. So that's crazy. Okay? And that's what I'll break down in the next video, how to actually get clients through personal brand and inbound system. If you like this video, I hope you took fucking notes because this shit is valuable. And yeah, if you need one-on-one help from me, and you want to work one-on-one with me, click the link down below, apply for a call. We'll see if you're the right fit for my one-to-one coaching or not. And yeah, if you have any questions, follow me on Instagram. Here it is. And text me on Instagram if you have any questions.